going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar PYT, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another, guys, episode of Barcelona Talk, guys. Listen, guys. I know I have not been doing streams for a while. Funny enough, the last stream I actually did was actually funny enough on Friday when I did the Beyond the Pitch with Mohammed. Shout outs to Mohammed. And look, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been very, very sick for the past few days. I felt ill on Saturday, and ever since then, I have been basically out the whole weekend. That's why you guys didn't get Real Sociedad versus Barcelona watch along. Unfortunately, that was the reason why I didn't do a watch along for that. But yeah, we will get into it. It's actually today, it was actually like the first time I actually felt better. I was going to do a mic reaction during the week, but I was still not feeling 100% to go live. So today was actually the first time, and it's because of that. Oh, sorry guys. Let me see if I can fix that. Give me a second. What is going on? Testing. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Let me fix it. What is going on? Why is my testing? All right, can you guys hear me now? Make sure let me know if you guys can hear me. If it's good, let me know, guys. But yeah, make sure you guys let me know if my I don't know. Just my mic was just bugging, but yeah, basically, like I said, still not great. Hold on, hold on. Let me have to do this like that. It's really not bad. Hold on. Oh, okay. Let me see what's problem is. Okay, well, how about now, guys? Can you guys hear me correctly now? Make sure you guys let me know before we continue. I want to make sure that this mic is working. So when you guys can hear me perfectly, just let me know. Hold on. You guys hear me now? Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. So yeah, basically what I was saying was about a few days ago I did fall very sick, and that's why you guys haven't seen me do an upload since Friday. And yeah, that's why you guys didn't even get a reaction or anything from me ever since then. But yeah, guys, listen. At the end, Barcelona, yes, we did lose against Real Sociedad, and I did have a lot of things I did get out of the game. But before we do get started, make sure you guys like the video, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys turn on notification and share this on social media everywhere, guys. Big up to Honeygun, big up to you every single time. Yeah, I have fixed everything looks good, but big up to everybody who's currently locked in here right now. But yeah, so yeah, I do want to get into a few things we did learn, because listen, I do have a lot of things I do want to get off my chest. Honestly, I do. It was a very disappointing loss, and we didn't play well. Now let's get the elephant out of the room. I know a lot of people, specifically Barca fans, have a lot to say. They have a lot of things in their mind. I've been hearing it all basically the whole weekend. And look, before I do get into it, I do want to first of all reiterate the facts first. And the fact is, we did deserve to lose that game. We went down to a go down. All right, it's not the end of the world, but We never recovered from that. And that was what disappointed me the most, right? At the end of the day, I don't know. I feel like, we didn't really play as well as, I didn't think we played well at all. And at the end of the day, a part of me thinks that we did deserve to lose. However, I will also go into it right now, right? Because yes, there is a few things we learned in that game against Real Sociedad. And the biggest one, like for me, the biggest red flag. Give me a second, guys. This is the moment that a lot of Barca fans are getting into. Give me a second, guys. I don't know why my StreamYard is doing this. Give me a sec. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So this is the moment that everybody has been talking about. Every Barca fan. And look, I'm gonna start with this because I do have a lot I do want to talk about, but I want to start with this. This is not an offside. This was a clear onside. This is the moment that basically they're saying that Lewandowski's foot was offside, but when you really look at this, and I've looked at that, I'll show you a different angle, guys, but this is the closest angle that they have, right? This looks like the Real Sociedad player's foot. Am I tripping? Like, I don't know. I've had days to process this. And every time I look at it, I'm like, yo, the line that you see here is the Sociedad player's foot. Lewandowski is onside. And this should have been given as a goal. It is an absolute disgrace that it wasn't. And look, I know, I understand, I empathize with a lot of Barcelona fans' anger from all of this, guys. I'm going to be very honest, I do. Because if I'm going to be very, very legitimate with everybody here, we all know that the first goal of the game is the most important goal of the game, right? And around this time, it was 0-0. The game was 0-0. There was no goal scored in the game yet. So anything could have happened. And you've seen us this season when we score first. Like against Madrid, when we got our first goal, we completely dominated. Against Red Star Belgrade, I know they equalized, but when we got our first goal, we got our confidence. It's how we've been able to perform so well this season so far. Getting that first goal always gives us the confidence to go on. And at the end of the day, to be let down by VAR like this is absolutely disgraceful. This is why we brought VAR for. Like, at the end of the day, this is ridiculous. And that is why I got upset. I'm not using this. Don't get it twisted. I'm not sitting here and literally pointing all the fingers at VAR and saying that VAR is the reason we lost the game. Oh, this is a controversy. Oh, we didn't deserve to lose the game. Oh, this and this and this. We did not play well. We did not play well in that game. It was a poor performance from the whole team all around. But things like this don't help because, like I said, the first goal is the most important goal, and anything could have happened if this goal was given. We could have gone on to win the game because at the end of the day, like I said, the first goal is important. The fact is, Real Sociedad got that first goal, so they had the impetus on them. They had to go. They didn't have to go forward. All they had to do is to be structurally good, and that's all they needed to do, and they got the victory, and congratulations to them. But this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Listen, I've been complaining about La Liga referees from the beginning of the season. I'm keeping the same energy. This same team, Real Sociedad, I remember earlier in the season, when Real Madrid played these guys, they were completely screwed out of that game. 2 controversial penalties in that game that I was live for that game. I was doing a watch along for that game, and I was losing my head because I could not believe the amount of easy penalties that were given in that game. And then we play them, and then this happens. This is where my anger comes from. It comes from this. I don't mind losing. I'll take the L. And I've admitted, personally, I'll be the first to admit, we did not play well. I've said it before. But this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that we ended up losing the game when on paper this moment could have completely changed the game. So yeah, this is something I do want to get into. And listen, there is different opportunity. Look at this. This is the actual this right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the actual offside. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look, that is the Real Sociedad player's foot. Where's Lewandowski's shoe is right there. Look. There's Lewandowski's shoe, right? That is the Real Sociedad player's foot right there. Where is the offside here? I don't understand, guys. But look, at the end of the day, like I said, I just wanted to get this out of my chest because it was absolutely disgusting that we were screwed over like this. Because this goal could have completely changed the game for us. We could have gone on to win the game if we got this first goal. And I think that is what really hurts. And this is why a lot of Barca fans are very angry right now. They're very furious because this moment could have changed the whole game. So yeah, at the end of the day, it was a completely ridiculous performance. And at the end of the day, the referees need to do better. They need to. Like, it's disgusting. It really is. At the end of the day, as a Barca fan, I don't mind losing, but I expect to lose respectfully. There was nothing respectful about the way we lost the game against Real Sociedad, right? And at the end of the day, congratulations to Real Sociedad. We will get over this. I do believe that it's just a blip, right? It is just a blip. But look, that is what I do want to say about the referees. However, I will say this as well. This is not the only thing that I have to say. Because as much as I want to completely put this on the referees and talk about the fact that they screwed us over and that they should do better, and we all know they should do better, if I'm going to be completely legit, there is a few things I need to get off my chest as a Barca fan. Now look, I love Hansi Flick. Okay? This brother has been absolutely a revelation since he's arrived. He came on to a Barcelona team that was on the ground, was completely helpless, had looked like they had no future, and completely rebuilt this team into the team that we are seeing today. And that's because of him. Fair play to Hansi Flick for that. But I'm going to be very honest with you guys. The attacking style of football is beautiful. We score a lot of goals. We get a lot of opportunities. And I'm very, very happy that, this Barca team is this good as far as going forward is concerned. However, I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys, okay? Because you guys know, man, at the end of the day, this channel is about speaking facts. There's a lot of pros in Hansi Flick's style of football. And I think because we are playing so well, people who don't watch Barcelona don't really see the cons of this Barca team. I'm going to talk to you about the cons right now, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest con about this Barca team is the defense, ladies and gentlemen. That high line that we play is extremely worrying. And I'll tell you why. If you look at a club like Tottenham under Ange Postecoglou, they play a very, very strong high line type of football. It works for them, right? On certain oppositions. We've seen Tottenham this season play against certain teams and absolutely destroy them. We saw what they did against United. I remember what they did against Everton. I saw what they did against a lot of teams, right? Scored plenty amounts of goals, 3 goals, 4 goals in a game. It's entertaining when it works. When it works. Because the problem with Tottenham is, if you watch them on the edge, is that they can play a game today where they win by 4 goals, and then in the next game, they look completely different. And the reason why that is because the problem with playing the high line is it can work against certain teams. But when you play against certain teams that understand the way you play, that is when it becomes a problem. And at Barcelona, my biggest issue with the way we play is I'm worried sometimes when I'm watching us play because we give away so many offsides. And I know a lot of people who are watching Barca will say, well, that actually is not bad. At the end of the day, what that shows is that the manager, whatever the manager is doing, is working. No. No. Against certain teams, it will work. Against certain teams, it definitely isn't. If you guys remember, during my preview of the El Clasico, I came out here and I said, there's no way we're going to keep a clean sheet against Real Madrid. And the reason why we're not going to keep a clean sheet against Real Madrid is because Real Madrid have 2 players, 2 deadly players who have the pace. They don't need to be behind the defender. They can give the defender a yard and still get to the ball. And at the end of the day, I was wrong. And a huge reason to why a player like Mbappe was getting the amount of stick he got is because you could see that he didn't necessarily have to be as high as he was on that game, right? He could have given the defender a yard. He could have given Kobashi or Inigo a yard and still get to them. But he didn't do that. He decided to be a complete idiot and got caught offside 8 times. And to many people who watch the game, they will say it was a tactical masterclass by Hansi Flick. No. If you watch our game against Red Star Belgrade, it was a completely different story. Even when we played Espanyol in the derby, Espanyol had 2 goals that were ruled out for offside. And everyone who's seen those opportunities will always say, it works. It means whatever the manager is doing is working. The problem is this. If you have one style of play, eventually clubs are going to figure out, they're going to be like, okay, Barcelona played this high. The line is this high. The defenders don't go as far as this. We don't need our strikers to go this far. We just have to make our strikers play around this area. And at the end of the day, we can catch them on the counter because they have 2 players, because the 2 players they have in Kubashi and Inigo are not fast. They're not fast. We can catch them off guard and instantly get forward and score. And if you look at the game against Red Star, who I expected us to beat, and listen, we got to win. It was a completely dominant win, but you saw it. They didn't do anything in the game. Absolutely nothing. They were completely, for the first 30 minutes, they did nothing. Had no shots of the game. And then with their first shot on target, they score a goal. For me, what that told me was, it was that at the end of the day, it works. It's all great going forward, but defensively, we're not good. And I've been saying this. And look, I don't want to be this negative fan. I'm not. Like, at the end of the day, I do respect Hansi Flick. I completely respect him. Right? The guy came in, took over this Barca team that was on the ground, and made us into a title challenging team and a feared team in Europe. I will never take that away from him. But just because there's so many great things doesn't mean that there are no negatives, because there are. The problem is this. The issue is no one is seeing the negatives, or people are seeing the negatives, but because we're winning, people don't want to talk about it. Over here in Omar BYT, I tell you the good and I tell you the bad. And the truth is, eventually, unless we get our defenders back like Christensen and Araujo, and maybe things might change when they arrive, I'm worried for the rest of the season. I do believe at some point, if we don't lower the high line, eventually clubs will figure out how to play against us. And when that happens, it's over. And I'll say this as well. And this is going to be my third. This is going to be the third thing I took out from that Real Sociedad defeat. The defensive frailties. Last season, defensively, we were absolutely awful. Like, I criticized our defense the whole season. And to tell you guys the truth, this season is no different. I'm still criticizing the defense. First of all, let me say this. Huge credit to Inigo Martinez and Pau Kubashi. Kubashi is a future top center back, world-class center back. There's no denying that. Kubashi, I didn't expect anything from this guy from the beginning of the season, but I will admit he's done incredibly well. Right? He's been an absolute leader in that back line in this season. And I'll give that to him. But there's a big problem I have with this defense, guys. If you really watch Barcelona, if you guys watch Barca, you will see this about us, which is that we are very, how do I put it? We don't get attacked as much as people think that we do. Because we do a lot of the attacking, we don't get, nobody throws shots at us. Enough shots at us. And because people don't throw enough shots at us, it looks like defensively we're great. But anyone who watches Barcelona, anyone who watches us, week in, week out, will tell you, if you attack this Barca team, you can get through them. You just have to find out when, at what point, at some point, what positions do you need to be? Do not go, you don't need to be as high as, you don't need to be too high when you're playing the high line. Don't play the high line. Once you beat the high line, they are weak. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, that worries me. I even said this during the game against Red Star Belgrade. I said it against Red Star. I said, look, we won, but the fact that these guys scored with their first shot on target just told me everything. Because throughout the game, they did nothing. Because they couldn't do anything. We had the ball on our foot the whole time during that first half. We were completely dominant. They could not, every time they had the ball, we took it. Just like that. And then the one moment that they finally breached our defense, they score a goal. It really showed me the real weakness of this Barca team. And it's the reason why every time people ask me the same questions every single time, I always give them the same answer, which is, do you think Barca is going to win the Champions League? We're not going to win the Champions League, guys. I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong, guys. I don't mind being wrong. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that at the end of the season, we win the Champions League and I can sit there and say, listen, I was one of the people who didn't think we were going to win it and these guys proved me wrong. But this is the truth, guys. The reason I say we're not going to win the Champions League is because defensively, we're not good, guys. Yeah, we beat Bayern Munich. Great. We beat Madrid. Absolutely great. Right? We beat Red Star. We've beaten a lot of teams. We've dominated a lot of teams. But here's the thing. Barca haven't really played anybody of a real test. Like, what's going to happen when we play a team against a team like Liverpool? Against a player like Salah? Here's the thing. What are we going to do when we play against a player like Salah, who is not like Mbappe, guys? He knows he doesn't need to be high. He will give the players a yard and still be able to catch them. What are we going to do when we play against him? Don't get it twisted. Right now, in Europe, I'm going to be very honest with you, there's not a lot of informed teams in Europe. That's why I think people are really consider us one of the teams who could win it. Because the problem is, There's not a lot of good teams in Europe right now. On form, there's not a lot of good teams in Europe. Let's just be very frank. Let's all be honest here, guys. There's not a lot of good teams in Europe, right? Bayern are not good. Real Madrid are shit. City are not looking good right now. Absolutely awful. I think they lost 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row, something like that. Arsenal are definitely not good. I mean, Juventus, they're not good. Napoli are not in the Champions League. Inter Milan, maybe they're all right. But really, there's not a lot of good teams in Europe right now. So Barcelona being as good as they are, being just consistently winning, it makes everyone looking around and saying, oh, bro, this Barca team is worrying. Yes, it's great. But I'm telling you guys, this Barca team has weaknesses. I watch it every week. And every week I watch it, I see the weaknesses, and I'm always stressing out mentally. I'm just sitting there like, bro, if we play against a team that knows, if we play against a team who breaks this high line down, we are done. We are done. Honestly, guys. And look, here's the thing. I'm not saying that Hansi Flick should completely scrap his style of play. But this is what I need. And this is another thing I learned from that game against Sociedad. The lack of a plan B. We don't have a plan B, guys. Like, it's either high line or bust. And if you look at a club like Tottenham, who play the same kind of way, high line or bust, look at how it works out for them. Sometimes it's beautiful, sometimes it's shit. And because of that, it stresses me out. Because I'm like, when you play against certain teams, you're going to need a plan B. When you play against certain teams, you're going to need a plan B. Don't let that Madrid game fool you. Madrid was shit. Madrid have been shit all season. Like listen, ask Football Carnage, Will from Football Carnage. Ask Dave from Madrid Fan TV. Ask Sam, the Madrid fan. Everyone who I've been talking to, most of the most realist Madrid fans, have all been saying the same things about this Madrid team, even when they were winning, which is that, yes, we're winning, but we're not playing well. And when we play against a team that is good, we're going to get exposed. And you know what happened? That's exactly what happened. They played us, who were good. We were the first good team that they played this season. I know they lost. I know people are going to say, oh, yeah, but they lost to Lille. Lille beat them. But let's be honest, that Lille defeat was an upset. No one expected Lille to really defeat them. And fair play to Lille. But the game against Barca was the one where everyone was like, okay, now you're playing against a team that could potentially hurt you. Let's see what you guys are going to do now. And they got destroyed. And it was actually because they got destroyed. And that is the reason why you see guys like Sam, guys like Dave, guys like Will saying Ancelotti out. It's not because they're being reactionary. It's because at the end of the day, they've been calling this out from the beginning of the season. They've been saying, yo, we are not good. If we don't change the way we're playing, if we don't figure things out, we're gonna end up getting destroyed soon. Very soon. And that's why when it happened, these guys were like, all right, Ancelotti, you did not learn your lesson. Fine. I'm saying this to you guys now. I am not going to be Hansi Flick out. Hansi Flick has completely transformed this team. I am not. But as a fan, I can criticize when I feel like there is things in the club that need to be called out. And that's what this show is about. At the end of the day, I'm calling out the things that people ignore. The fact is, it's great going forward, but let's not kid ourselves. We have a lot of weaknesses. And I'm not going to lie to you. If you guys watch any of my watch-alongs, I think you guys will see it when I'm doing Barcelona watch-alongs. I'm worried. Every time they beat the line and then they score and then it's offside, I'm like, yeah, great. But in the back of my head, I'm sitting there saying, bro, how long until there's going to be a certain point that the referee's flag is not going to be up. And when the referee's flag is not going to be up, it's over. And that's the thing. But listen, at the end of the day, it was ridiculous. Look, I know a lot of Barcelona fans, like I said, they have been talking about the referees, and the referee is not exempt of blame. He's not. Anyone who watched the game will tell you. At the end of the day, that first goal would have changed everything. Don't get it twisted. I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not going to repeat myself after this. The first goal of the game is the most important goal of the game. It sets up how the game is going to go. The fact that Real Sociedad got the first goal set the game up, because then we had to go at them to get the equalizer. They didn't have to go forward anymore. They just had to sit down and chill. If we got the first goal, then they would have to now come out and try to get the equalizer, and things could have changed. If they came out, we could have daggered them with a second, a third, a fourth, who knows? That's literally how we've been playing this season. If you really think about it, the game against Real Madrid is the perfect example. When we got our first goal, they were rattled, instantly rattled, and then literally, immediately we got the second. Just like that, we got the second goal. And then after we got the second goal, third goal. And then the third goal killed them off. They were like, listen, it's a wrap. We've lost. And then we scored a fourth. And when we played against Bayern, it was the same thing. Getting that first goal so early, because we scored against them in the first 30 seconds of the game. And when we got that first goal, then they had to come out. They had to go all guns blazing. They had to go forward and get that equalizer quickly. And because of that, by the first 30 minutes, they were completely drained. They were completely exhausted, and then we killed them off. That's how we've been playing this season. That's why that first goal pissed me off. The fact that first goal was ruled out, because it could have completely transformed how the game could have gone. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, those are the things I did think of it, but there is a few things also I need to get into, and I need to get onto the lineup. We played against this team, this Real Sociedad team, and here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was not happy with the lineup. I was not happy with the lineup, guys. I'll tell you why. Let me hold on. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna pull up the lineup right now. Let me see. Can I pull up the lineup here? Sorry, guys. Trying to pull up the lineup. Here we are. Okay. Okay. So this is the lineup that we played against Real Sociedad. Okay. Here it is. So, there you are, guys. Iñaki Peña in goal. Kobashi, Inigo Martinez, Jules Koundé, Alejandro Balde, Frankie de Jong and Marc Acevedo, Fermin Lopez on the right, Pedri on the middle, and Rafinha on the left with Lewandowski as the striker. I have a few things. I had a few problems with this lineup. Problem number one, I think that Pedri should have been benched. He's been overplayed too much. I think that he should have been benched. I know I'm not saying he's not good, but dude, he's played so many games this season. I think Dani Olmo should have started. Dani Olmo didn't start against Red Star, and he didn't start against did he? No, I think actually, to be fair, he did start against Espanyol, but yeah, so yeah, he came back against Madrid. He came back against Madrid in the second half. Started against Espanyol, and then was benched against Red Star. So I expected to see him to start today. I wanted to see him start, and I wanted Pedri to be given a break. I didn't honestly. I would have rather seen Fermin Lopez come in the second half. I wanted to see Fermin Lopez in the second half, guys. That's the truth. Like, I don't understand why the manager doesn't trust Ansu Fati. Like, I get it, right? Ansu Fati is not the same player as he was in the past. That is true. Okay. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like this is 2021 Ansu Fati or 2020 Ansu Fati. It's not. But like, I would have loved to have seen him play in this game. I would have loved to have seen him play in this game. I would have rather they played Rafinha because Rafinha can play on both wings. I would have rather seen Rafinha play on the left, right, and had Ansu on the left. I would have just wanted. I just wanted to see him play. And at the end of the day, speaking of Ansu, he did actually suffer an injury, unfortunately for him. So he's going to be out apparently for 3 weeks now. And speaking of injuries, let's get into it. Yeah, Furman, Ansu, we have two big injuries. Speaking of injuries, Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal. First of all, let's start with the Yamal one. Yamal didn't actually play against. He didn't play against Real Sociedad because he was injured before all of that, and so apparently he's going to be out for 3 weeks. And okay, so the good news is we are in an international break right now, so he's now going to be with the Spanish national team. So, which means that by the time the league fixtures return, he will. So that means that he will miss the. Let's see. Okay, so he's gonna miss the Celta Vigo game, the Stade Brestois game, and probably return against Las Palmas at the end of the month. So that is gonna be when he would most likely return. And listen, if he does return, then that's fine. Look, it's fine. I think that we do have a few good players. We do have some players in the attack who can do the job. You know what I mean? I'm not worried. And as far as the Lewandowski injury is concerned, Lewandowski is actually, the good news is Lewandowski's injury is apparently for like a week. So, I'm guessing he's not in the Poland national team. Was he called up? I don't think he was because he's injured. So if he's not in the Poland, if he's not playing for Poland, then that means that he's got a whole week. So we could most likely see him play against Celta Vigo in the league. But I think it's most likely that we'll probably 100% see him against Stade Brestois. I wouldn't surprise me if they benched him against Celta Vigo and then they started him against Brestois. However, now saying that, I don't know. Hansi Flick really trusts Lewandowski. And because of that amount of trust he has on Lewandowski, it wouldn't surprise me if he even starts against Celta Vigo. But if he does start against Celta Vigo, I can see if we are winning at some point in the game, I can see him substituting him in like the first 30 minutes or something like that. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, we've just been cursed with injuries, man. We've just been cursed. We can't catch a break when it comes to injuries. We just can't. Like it's actually demoralizing. Like we've had such a great start to the season, and we don't even have our best players yet. And yeah, at the end of the day, I'm very very happy with that performance. Really, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I hope that we do improve. I hope that we do improve. Honestly, I do hope to God that we do improve. But who knows? That's really the case. Like who knows? I'm not gonna lie. I hope we don't suffer any more injuries. But I will say this. I know I've been talking about injuries here and there, but there is actually some good news to actually come out of Barcelona, which is that apparently Araujo he's actually on his way back. Good news is that Araujo is actually back in training, ladies and gentlemen. And that is actually one of the best news I've heard in a while, guys. Like Araujo is one of our best defenders. He is one of our most important defenders, and getting him back is crucial for everything that we are going for this season. because my biggest problem is our defense, and him coming back could completely change everything. Like, I can't wait to see him back. Now, he's most likely not going to play this month. I think it's likely that he might make his return, possibly at the end of the season, at the end of the 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 end of the month, or most likely, maybe even in the. Hmm. You know what? Honestly, scratch that. I honestly think he's not going to play this month. I think he will play. He will return in December. But listen, guys, I know a lot of you have been saying a lot in the comments. Let me actually read some of the comments here. Big up to Zier, man. Big up to you every single time, you fraud. I know I when I did this show, I knew you were gonna be here, man. But big up to you every single time. Big up, brother, man. The important thing is that you recovered. Yeah, listen, blessings, man. Blessings to you every single time. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man. I hope. Yeah, listen, big up, Chama, big up to you, man. I think that we will go far. Don't get it twisted. Like I said, the quality in Europe is not good, and I'm not saying it's gonna be bad forever, but I'm not gonna lie. The quality in Europe has fallen so hard this season that I honestly fancy our chances. Honestly, listen, I'm not saying that we can't win the Champions League. We can, but I just don't. I just think that we have too many weaknesses, and I think that there are some teams that will take advantage of our weaknesses, and that's why I think we're not going to win it. But we are there, and we should be considered one of the favorites on form. But I just don't think we're going to win it. But listen, I do think that. But I definitely think we'll go far. You won't win it. Why not? You're one of the most important. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Zier. Though. Yeah, this is my point, Zier. Like, at the end of the day, Liverpool can catch our high line. They can, bro. And that is what worries me. That's what worries me. Yeah, big up to you. Says, damn. Yeah. Hey, listen, am I lying, bro? I'm not lying. Come on, bro. Every single day, man. This is a it's more than a lack of energy. It's a different discussion for a different day. Yeah, listen. Listen. If we do talk about Bayern Munich on another time, and listen. Speaking of Bayern Munich, listen, guys. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Zia Talk and go and subscribe to Bayern View, guys. Those guys are my homies. They're Bayern Munich fans. They're pricks, but listen, go support them, man. They are huge supporters of my channel. They haven't been in my channel for a while, but listen. At the end of the day, they're huge supporters of my channel. So listen, make sure you guys go subscribe to them. And big up to this fraud Nelson, man. Look at this prick. I knew you were gonna be here, man. This guy. Now, big up Zia. He says, I think your club is will cover Lewandowski unless I think your club is covering up Lewandowski unless there's something. I don't know. I was gonna say the same for Yama, but apparently he didn't play, so that would make sense. Yeah, he didn't play against Real Sociedad. He did. Okay. Big up to you, Chama. He says, who is someone you want Barcelona to sign? Good question, man. Honestly, it's not a matter of someone. I think that next season there's a few players we need to sign. I've been hearing so many things about the season. I've been hearing a lot of rumors, right? So apparently we are going to go on a fire sale this summer. Now, my question is, who are we selling? Like, on the real, bro, our club is already skinned. Who are we going to sell? And listen, at the end of the day, who do I want to sign? I want a right back. Listen, I rate Kunde. Kunde has done a good job at right back. But let's be honest, Kunde is not a right back. He is not a right back. He's a center back that can play right back. He's basically Ben White. Yeah, Ben White, right? He can play in those areas. But at the end of the day, he can't play in those areas forever, man. At the end of the day, I don't think it can be sustainable for him to play there. Honestly, listen, I'm greedy, man. I would say a center forward. I want us to go and sign Gyökeres next season. Gyökeres is the guy, man. Listen, man. Like I saw Gyökeres last season. I rated him, but I said, listen, I'm gonna judge him this season. And bro, this guy is the guy, bro. I want to see Gyökeres, man, at my club, man. This guy's sick. He's a sick striker, man. He's a sick striker. Yeah, man, you are a fraud, man. He says, this is why I should have cooked you up with something when me. Yeah, this guy, man. Yeah, listen, we already know what you guys do, man. Big up to you, G. Big up to you. Big up top tier Somali City. What did he say? He says, who be a harder opponent for Barcelona? Inter Milan or Arsenal? Inter Milan. I'm not even joking. For people who think I'm joking, I am not. Let me tell you something. Arsenal, have you watched Arsenal defensively? You know what's funny? With all that talk about their defense, they are very easy to break down, guys. They are very easy to break down. I'm being dead serious with you. They are very easy to break down. So, and also, I'm not worried about Kai Havertz. Okay? I'm not worried about Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, listen, I'm not worried about Kai Havertz, bro. I'm good. Yeah, Inter Milan. The reason I said Inter Milan, honestly, is because Inzaghi is a very good manager, man. That guy is a good tactician. People sleep on Inzaghi. He's a very good manager, man. He's a very, very good manager. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think that I just think that they just have a better team. I think that the way that they play is very, very good. And honestly, that's what I think. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, I see you, man. I see what you're doing. Anyway, yeah, Arsenal, best defense in the league. Yeah, bro. Listen, man. Listen, no says cooks them all the time, man. He Ziad, bro. This guy, he says, you slip on Inzaghi you slipped on Inzaghi when I talked about Champions League, bro. No, I don't think he's going to win the Champions League. But the question was, who do I think would rather be a harder game, Inter or Arsenal? That's why I didn't say I didn't rate Inzaghi. What? Honestly, Zia, when did I say that I didn't rate Inzaghi, bro? I've been telling you about Inter, buddy. The football teams are too shit. Yeah, yes, they are. They really are. Oh my days. Well, look, who knows, man? We'll see. Oh my days. But yeah, honestly, right? I just think that there's a lot of things that we need to get into. Big up to Minerals FC, man. Every single time. Big up, he says, big up Omar, mate. Barca was so bad. They had 0 shots on target. You can't blame. This is what I'm saying. This is why I'm calling this out. Because I feel like a lot of Barca fans are choosing to just ignore the fact that we were not good. Like, we were not good. Like, I feel like, you know what? I'm going to say this. I feel like a lot of my fan base are acting like a lot of these mutant Arsenal fans. They are. They really are. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like we got screwed. The goal should have been given. But my goodness, bro. We had 0 shots on target at some point. Hold on, did we actually finish the game? Or is we 0 shot on target? Let me actually check this again. I need to check. Bro, we had 0 shots on target. So what's the excuse? See, this is my thing. This is what I don't defend. This is what I cannot defend. This is what I'm saying. We were not good against these guys. Why are we sitting here pretending like we absolutely dominated the game? And if it wasn't for the fact that we had a goal ruled out, that at the end of the day, we would have won the game. We would have won the game. I think that we would have won the game if the goal was given. But it was 1 goal. We were 1 goal. We were 1-0 down. What happened? Why didn't do that? At the end of the day, it's not an excuse. Go out there and get a goal. And this is my thing. This is my biggest issue. We have not been at goal down for a while. When was the last time we were actually 1-0 down? No. Because look. Hold on. Let me actually show you guys something. I want to check something. Look. So look, if you look at Barca's games, right, this season. Hold on. Yeah. So the games where we actually consider first. We have let's see. Yeah, Monaco. The last game before the game today, the last one we actually considered first was against Monaco, which we actually lost, right? And before that, the first thing, another team we considered first was against Rayo Vallecano, and if it wasn't for Dani Olmo's incredible second half, we would have lost that game. So basically, long story short, Barcelona don't do well when we concede first. That's what I have seen. So that is something we definitely need to work on, man. Like, because it's all great. Because this is the thing: when we score first, we dominate. When we concede first, for some reason, it's like it's like all the plans that we had from the beginning of the season just go out the window. That's absolutely ridiculous, man. And that's why I even said this. I'm big up to you, Zier. I know you're trolling here, but the fact is, if he wasn't an idiot and actually stayed on set and scored first, I think that they got that first goal. They would have won the game, no doubt about it. I think they would have won the game, no doubt. This is I don't rate. You don't rate Inter, so what do you mean? No, I said zero because you keep confusing what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Inter are not good enough. I'm saying that between them and Arsenal, I think that they're more of a threat to Barca than Arsenal are. You understand what I'm saying? I still don't think they're going to win the Champions League. I still don't think they're going to win it. I rate Inzaghi. I think Inzaghi is a good manager. I don't just think that he's good enough to win the Champions League with Inter. It's a difference. So yeah, it's Barcelona's Yami Yamal FC. I mean, okay, so I know people are gonna say Barcelona, the two games that we lost, Yamal didn't actually play and all of that. Yeah. That's all good and great. But listen, at the end of the day, I've seen Yamal be benched and we go on to win games. Okay? I've seen Yamal be benched. Wasn't he hold on. He was benched recently in a game. Which game was he benched? Which game was he benched? Let me see. He wasn't benched in the derby. No, he wasn't benched in the derby. Let me see. Where was he benched? Let me see. I think yeah, he was benched recently, and we actually went on to win the game. But yeah, it says Omar mate. Real Sociedad packed the bus. Don't you think that was the problem? No, there's no excuse, bro. What did you expect? Like honestly, what did we expect? They took the lead and then they sat back. Like I said this before. What, like, bro? I'm not surprised. They were winning. Why did they have to open up? At the end of the day, this is why I said, unfortunately, as much as I don't want to get into it, if we had that goal given to us, that first goal, things could have changed because they would have had to come out and actually attack us. And if they had to come out and attack us, we would have actually destroyed them and scored more goals. But when they got the first goal, they had to sit back. And that's why I said the first goal of the game is the most important goal of the game because it determines how the game goes. And that's what happened. When we played against them, they scored the first goal, so they didn't have the impetus to attack anymore. And listen, fair play to them. They got the victory. Big ups to them. But listen, at the end of the day, that's really the things I did wanted to say. But look, I know I've been sitting here ranting for over an hour, but I do want to say this about us. There is bad news, which is that we didn't win. But at the end of the day, we also played well. We also played very, very well. And I'm sorry, not against the Sociedad, but in the other games, we played well. And because of the fact that we played very, very well in the previous games, if you look at the table is looking nice, guys. Look at the table. Despite the fact that we lost, we're still 5 points clear of Madrid. That's the good news. And 6 points clear of. Oh we're 5 points. Yeah, oh, actually, we're 6 points clear of Madrid. We're 7 points clear of Atletico, and we are basically 9 points clear of Villarreal. So listen, the gap is still there. So it's not bad. And honestly, I'm gonna be very honest. I think that it's just a blip. I don't think this is gonna be a start of Barcelona's downfall like a lot of people think it is. It's not. It's not, guys. It's at the end of the day, it was just a blip. That's how I look at it. And our next game is against Celta de Vigo after the international break. And if you look at Celta Vigo right now, what, they're 11th in the table? They're relatively okay right now. They were poor. They were very bad last season under Benitez, but this season they've definitely improved. So yeah, I think that they will do better. I think that they will definitely, especially the fact that it's away, and that's honestly that's really downside of it. The fact that we're playing away to Celta Vigo. I would have rather we played at home, but yeah, that's really it. But look, there's the there's the fixtures for the rest of the season in our next games. So we do play Celta Vigo, like I said, and I watched Celta Vigo against Madrid. They actually played very well, and they actually played very well at home. That's why it's not going to be an easy game, but I still do believe that we will get back to winning ways. If Lewandowski starts, I can see us winning this game. But I don't think it's going to be easy. I'm going to go for a 2-1. Now I'm going to say this very quickly. The thing with me and my predictions is every time I predict Barca to dominate, we don't dominate. And when I don't predict us to dominate, we actually dominate. So don't be surprised if we win this game 4-0 or lose 2-1. Hopefully we don't. Please, God. I don't want to see us lose again. But after that, we play Stade Brestois or Stade Brest, as a lot of people like to say. Okay, so let's talk about the Stade Brest game. I will do a preview for all of these games, by the way. But Brest have not lost a game this season in the Champions League. In fact, they're actually one of the form teams in the Champions League. Hold on. Yeah, they haven't lost a game. I know. Okay, so I don't think that we will beat them still, but still, look at them, guys. They're fourth. They're fourth with 10 points. They haven't lost a game so far in the Champions League. I will say this. I think this is going to be this is the toughest game of the Champions League. They've not really been given a proper test so far in the Champions League until now. So I think that against that Brest, we will win, but I do believe that we shouldn't underestimate them. Honestly, don't underestimate any of these teams in the Champions League, especially them, because they're currently doing well. Against Las Palmas, I think we're going to win. We're going to get the W. I can see us. Honestly, I can see Lewandowski coming back for this game. I can see Yamal potentially coming back for this game. I can see Araujo potentially coming back in this game. Depends. But if I can see Yamal on the bench for this one. I think Yamal will return, but he will be on the bench for this one. But I still think that we will win. I will say a 3-0 on this one. Mallorca. Yes, Mallorca. I think we lost to these guys last season away to Mallorca last season, if I'm mistaken. I think that we will win this one as well. Real Betis, this one is going to be a tough game. This one is going to be a very hard game. I don't like playing against Betis. I know we have a good record against Betis. Funny enough, we do have a good record against them in their stadium. The Benito, is it the Benito Villamarin? Is that the name of their stadium? But a stadium. Benito Villamarin. But yeah, I think we beat them 4-0 last season over there. Ferran Torres scored a hat trick. I think he did. But yeah, and then we played Dortmund, of course, and yeah. But listen, guys. Big up to everybody that's been here. We've been here for an hour, man. Big ups to everybody who's been watching. Big up to everybody who's been commenting, liking the video. Make sure, listen, before you guys leave, make sure you guys like the video, guys. Let's get to 10 likes. Let's get to 10 likes, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, guys, I did wanted to talk about this because honestly, guys, I think that as Barcelona fans, we should get into it because, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We didn't win the game. It was disappointing, and I have not really said anything since this situation happened, and that's why I felt like it's my duty to all the subscribers here to talk about this Barcelona defeat. And these are the things that honestly we did learn from the Real Sociedad defeat. And we do need to improve. I think that we need a plan B when plan A doesn't work. I think that, you know, the referees just need to do better, but that's asking a lot from these pricks. But yeah, that's really it. Listen, guys, we're gonna wrap this up right now. Listen, guys, we're gonna redirect guys to halftime hooks. Okay, guys. He's because we know I've been doing a therapy here. This has been a Barcelona therapy, but we're gonna go to halftime hooks. We're gonna talk where he's gonna do the Arsenal therapy. Um, uh, we're gonna do the Arsenal therapy with halftime hooks. Make sure you guys go and redirect. Make sure you guys send some love. Make sure that you guys type in the comments Omar BYT Raid. And listen, guys, make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications, ladies and gentlemen. And peace, you guys. Vescar Albasa.